Good morning. This is the Site Plan Review Committee meeting for May 14th, 2019. Committee members present today include Dana Bridgeforti, our City Assessor, Ben DeCristoforo, our Building Inspector, myself, Frank Stringia, City Planner, Erin Leary is here, Fire Department, and Mark Block, Plumbing Inspector. The first site plan this morning is Ocean Avenue, parcel 13B. So, you know, Nick Rice from our city engineer also is present. All right, Corey.
Good morning. Corey Rhodes at D'Ambrosio Brown. I have E.N.T. Montanelli of Post Road Residential, the project owner. We have Katie Cruz of engineering and Steve Sheffer with for architecture. So this is the last lot on the W. Todd, and we're proposing a 12-story building. It's 3 levels of parking with 9 floors of residential above that. Katie, maybe if you want to present some site plans.
For this purpose of this meeting, this is an initial zoning review of the project, and then we'll get into site plans and engineering. So
we have a plot plan laying down the foundation and parking for the building. There are 3 aspects that we're going to need zoning relief on through the Zoning Board of Appeals. That's side setback relative to the requirement of towers in the W. Todd being 50 feet apart. Floor area ratio.
So what is your side setback on, just on, it will be on both sides, correct?
Yes, correct, on both sides.
So 40 on one side and
38.7
38.
on the other side. The next efficiency would be floor area ratio.
Yeah.
3.6 required or maximum, and we're at a 4.4.
What are you at?
4.4.
4.4.
And then the final measure would be parking. That would be required to have 305 spaces for zoning, and we are at 238. Still coming above 1 to 1.
Okay. Very good. This has all been uploaded to e-permitting, and so your denial letter will be also in e-permitting. It'll be sent to yourself or whoever else is on the application. All right. Okay. So I imagine you're not ready yet for site plans in terms
not
of
for
utilities.
full site plan, but happy to proceed to ZBA and get this project approved so we can get into the finer points.
25
Just
so everybody.
One of the pieces that we worked on extensively with
In the 3 levels of parking.
Inspector Cheever to get some fire access to the property was to do a 24-foot access way on the northern property line of the building. And there's at this point, we believe there's full fire access to the entirety of the building, something that we worked hard to.
Yeah, that's something we looked at early on and we resolved throughout our meetings. I will say that Post Road has been meeting with our Economic Development Office on the design of the building, and we look forward to the final design. Right now, we've seen preliminary designs and they're all very favorable. So with that, I can have you just look online. I could probably get this up probably today, so you can, I don't know what your timeline is getting for the
Should be
ZBA.
close to the end of the month, so
Yeah.
a day or 2 is
Okay.
perfectly fine.
All right, once you receive that, and once you're successful with your variances, and you'll return back to site plan review. Okay?
Great.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
I will need that for my letter.
You need this one?
Yeah, I'm gonna write a letter. They're coming back with everything.
What's the address for the building, did they say?
They don't
I think I gave it.
have, I think it was 646.
646?
No.
No, this is that in between 650 and
Yeah.
660, right? So 650.
Excuse me, Corey, is he still,
656?
did we issue an address for this yet?
I don't think he has one.
Yeah, I thought we did.
Kind of a weird.
656, right? 656. Yeah.
656 will be, okay.
All right, thank you.
Okay. Next site plan is 14 Yeaman Street. Corey, you're back on.
You grab a table, chair up there.
Wow.
You'll take the, take the, okay, yeah. That way Frank gets the stair thing.
Hey, it's
Frank.
been a long time.
It's been a long time, how are you?
Good.
Corey, you want that? You take this out.
So are you presenting the plan, Corey? Again? Just give us
How
a
about I
summary.
give you, yeah, a little summary. So you may remember this property from quite a ways back, approximately 2 years ago. This project was approved by the ZBA and the City Council for development at 14 Yeaman Street. 22 units of residential were approved, with 4 commercial units being approved in a 3-story building. There were some objections from neighbors that resulted in appeals,
Correct.
but those have been wrapped up at this point.
Can you give us the dates of the special permit that was issued and the
Sure.
variance?
So the special permits, I'll start with the variance actually. The variance decision was filed with City Clerk on December 15th, 2017.
That was a decision, okay.
Correct.
And then that was appealed.
Yes, that was appealed.
And the special permit?
And the special permit was dated, what's the original date? It appears to be December 19th, 2017. These are-
And just the variance was appealed, not the special permit?
The
correct?
special permit was also.
It was also appealed, okay.
But all matters have been dismissed at this point, and we have gotten certifications from the city clerk, and those are on record now. So we've brought back the design to go through formal site plan. We've David Bartsky for architecture, and Peter Isbell for engineering, and we'd be happy to walk you through it.
Okay,
Would you like to start?
Okay, hi there, everybody. My name is David Barsky. I'm the architect of record for this project as it stands so far. This is a rendering of the front of the building. It has retail at grade and a dedicated entry to the residential. It's built, the retail part is set back from the street so that it has a slightly covered element, and then the upper levels are essentially to the lot line in the front. There's a 10-foot setback on the side that's closest to Broadway, with an access to another unit that's in the back at the rear of the building. I could show you a plan how that works. Here's a kind of a, so here, this is the Yemen Street. This is the lot line. There's this 3-foot setback proposed on the left, and there's a drive here that accesses the building on that side. On this side, you have about a 2 or 3 foot setback from the lot line of the existing building on the corner of Broadway, Yemen Street, and so you have access here, an egress, and then some combination of retail. We're showing 4 entries here, and of course, as retail plays out, we'll see how that
can you
goes.
tell me how many square feet the retail area is?
The retail area all combined is about 24, 34, about 3,500 square feet of retail indicated here.
And how many storefronts?
4 doors are
4.
shown here, and that could be varied if. And then you have a single residence tucked in the rear here, with access from this alleyway.
At this point, has the fire department chimed in with their comments on the plan? No? Okay. All right, I would get that done as soon as possible.
Absolutely.
I know, Erin, if you have any initial remarks.
Then you have a typical floor plan, the upper two levels, elevator over here, and your two means of egress, and essentially, these are, I guess, what Revere likes to call micro units, but fully accessorized and livable spaces, and so.
Corey, you've uploaded the special permit and variance
I
to
have
the
not,
applicant?
they just got a record
Oh,
yesterday,
okay.
so I'm gonna do that when I get back to the office.
Has anything been uploaded yet?
I believe Peter's plan has.
Okay.
Site plan.
Just
What
like
are the variants again?
Say again?
What are the variances?
It was for everything.
Everything,
basically.
yeah.
Side, front yard.
Parking side, front.
But
Parking.
the site plan reflects what was
Yes.
granted, right?
Yes.
And what was decided in the outcome.
Yep. Oh, so there was compromise. Do we have that? You have that judgment or agreement?
They,
But as long as you can upload it, just
Yeah,
make sure it's
I-
uploaded.
Yeah, I would need,
Yeah.
I would like to have a hard copy of those final agreements and the final
okay, yeah.
Here,
decision.
Frank, you have mine.
Peter is.
Oh, thank you, Pete.
Thank you.
Just like to complete the file.
Oh, I didn't realize how report. Oh, I have this one. You have that one, so that's perfect.
What have you need?
It looks like we have a restrictive covenant that got recorded on the,
Yeah.
Sorry about my holiday.
Were TDM conditions put on the variance? We would put them on part of the site plan anyways. We have a typical boilerplate for transportation demand management,
I don't know
including,
if they were 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Here were the basic ones that got applied to the special permit.
they're all pretty standard in terms of
Yeah.
those
I
type
think-
of measures.
Yeah.
This one even had a restriction about.
When the restrictions in the lease
leases.
that nobody
Yeah,
have
yeah. I think
vehicles.
we proposed that before that even.
Okay. I know we reviewed the architecturals as they've been developed, and they're, everybody seems to react very favorable to the architectural. It's a very attractive looking building. It's going to be an asset to Broadway Business District. In terms of utilities, you
Yeah, let
want
me,
to...
here, so, here. So, Pete Blaisdell, for the record, for, engineering. So we're not quite done with Nick's checklist. We usually try to get everything on there that he requires, through years of training. So what we have now is, the existing building's there. We don't have any records for what's out in the street as far as what's servicing us for sewer and water. We know there's gas coming in. I think,
Size-wise, you mean, or?
well, we know what's out in the street, because we have some of your records. There's a 4-inch gas out in the street. There should be, I think there's a new 8-inch sewer.
It's not English.
885?
Newly rehabbed.
Newly rehabbed,
Just
okay.
recently, CIPP on it.
Okay.
2 years ago.
Yeah, I looked at the 1985 construction plan, which for Revere is actually brand new. You know, there should be an 8-inch line out in the street as well, off those same construction plans. So, we're going to show sewer and water connections. It's just that we have nothing from the city yet. So, I know Jamie talked to somebody down at the water department and the sewer department, and they're gonna try to see if they can trace what's there. I imagine it's gotta be new lines anyways. We're gonna have a new fire line, new domestic line, and we're gonna have a new
I just want to find the sewer. With the line, we had done DP.
Okay.
That's what was
That would be a
clarifying
huge help.
the sewer fairly easily. Water.
Yeah, yeah, for water. Well, it's gonna, I think we're gonna have a new, I think we said maybe a 2-inch domestic and a 2-inch fire, but we'll let the mechanical engineer do that. So that's the existing condition on the front door. The proposed condition, I just kind of superimposed it here with the. So, There's going to be, as you know, if you look at the building, on the left, there's a concrete alleyway, that's gonna stay. The building is gonna be set back, you know, as a surveyor, I don't want to put things exactly right on the street, so we set it back a few inches, just to make sure that there's enough room. We're gonna honor the side, set back of 10, and the back of 10. Oh, wait a minute, Nick.
I have two existing condition plans.
Probably because I had too much coffee and I stapled the wrong thing together.
Do you have another proposed one, something?
Want to just
Okay.
That's just,
No, proposed one.
Here you go.
that's all right. I'm gonna give it to him anyways. So in the back, there's a retaining wall, that's gonna come down. And basically, yeah, we're just gonna keep the retaining walls across the very back, but the one that runs through the middle of the property, we're gonna take that down. And then we're going to, on the right, which is at the home of 20 Yeaman Street. So they have a retaining wall right now that's on our property a little bit. So Mr. Russo made a deal with them. Basically, we're gonna take the wall down, rebuild it, redo her driveway, make everything match. And what we're gonna do, just to make things easy, is gonna run the new retaining wall right down the line, which makes everything in Revere so much easier when you know that the retaining wall is the middle of the line. So that being said, the only information that I have, that I don't have, is just what's there for the sewer right now, and we just need to get, the water. And we're just trying to figure out, if you have that information for the line.
Sewer, I can find it, sewer.
Yeah, that would be great. That way I can set the elevation and I can look at David's plans and try to figure
Plan
out
to
the best
use
way.
that, the connection there,
What's that?
the sewer line, would you plan to reuse? Because the connection itself is been rehabbed.
If we can, it would be great. You know, I would imagine it's probably,
Depends on where it is, right?
Small.
it's probably only a 4-inch cast iron, but Jamie and I talked about it. If we could reuse it by some miracle, we would, just to reduce the damage up the street, but,
The connection at the street's probably, I would think it's at least 6.
yeah, I would think so. So if we can reuse it, that would be great. If we, excuse me, I'm sorry. If we have to run on a new one, we'll just run on a new one. I mean, we're not gonna, undersize the sewer service for this building, so.
If you end up having to run a new one, same with the water, then the existing utility's gotta come out all the way to the main.
Yeah, we'll cut them and cap them right at the main. I just don't know what's there yet.
Yeah.
If you have some information, that would be great, and we'll get it in shape for your site plan checklist, and we can upload everything to you.
The sewer? Yeah, so we had rehabbed it a couple years back, so I had some better work after that was done, so I could locate the connection point of the sewer.
I put the stationing on the front corners there, Nick, just to kind of give you an idea. Like if you look at the 1985 reconstruction plans of Broadway, where Yeaman's comes in, they stationed it at the center line of Broadway and Yeaman's. I don't know if we have a distance up from the center line, we could then, add that information to there to make your life easy. Then you'll know right where it is in relation to the site. So whatever you have.
Yeah, I can probably give you a distance from whatever manhole we TV from.
Okay, that would be great.
As far as the water goes, we want to be looking for a couple of gates on the side of the service.
Yeah, so we'll show two lines. I would assume you want two separate lines, because it's in the water department.
Water,
So,
sewer,
yeah,
domestic
and
fire.
each one will have its own shut off.
No, on the main line, I mean.
Yeah, we'll show two separate connections, whatever the city wants.
Oh, you can, I don't know if you guys.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So you'll have a gate on each of the services and then a gate on each side on the main line of the services.
Yeah, whatever you guys want.
I think we installed a new water line there, Joe, on Union Street back, thinking like 20 years ago. My memory serves me correctly, but anyway.
But that's it. The only thing I was gonna ask you was, we're trying to, we're gonna try to keep any erosion control on our site and make sure if we need to. I mean, everything kind of flows onto our site anyway, so we're just gonna protect the neighbors as much as possible. There's really no drainage, as you can see, because everything's pretty much impervious now. We are increasing we're actually increasing the impervious area, but we're decreasing the amount of pavement because it's all gonna be roof. I would assume the roof's just gonna discharge the grade, unless that's something you don't want. I would imagine it's gonna be fine. There's really not a lot of room to do any type of, dry wells or anything like that anyway, so. it wasn't
So the
quite-
whole, the building is gonna, take up most of the property?
The building takes up most of the property as it is anyways, except for the area in the back, that's gonna stay just loam and seed. And I just created a little swale just to get the runoff from, running right into the back of the building, just coming around where it normally goes anyways.
So you do have 10 feet side and rear, and then 3 feet. So this is 10 feet, that's 10 feet, and then you have 3 feet here. So
Roof leaders, how many roof leaders from the?
I don't know how many roof leaders are
A
out.
flat roof, correct? Or is
it's a flat roof, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I was intending to work with.
Yeah, so they'll be tied right into our drain system.
If it's gonna come right internally and then come right in the drain system, we can show that.
Yeah, you're gonna wanna grab it and bring it out, as a drain service.
So we'll probably just do a, maybe 4-inch cast iron pipe for 10 feet inside the building, and then we can transition to PVC if the city wants, or we can make the whole thing cast iron pipe, whatever you want.
So this is gonna depend on how shallow it is. If there's, if you're deep enough, it doesn't have to be down the whole way, but.
Yeah, I'm not sure, there is a drain line that runs down here, and there's another drain line over here. If you have some more information on that, that
Sure.
would probably be helpful, then I can show it.
I can give you the drain points that we have. And tie in their roof leaders and roof drains to it. You're not gonna go over your own,
There is basement. Yep. I think it's 11 feet,
The depth of it?
depth of the basement floor.
Plus, 11 feet.
10 to 11 feet, yeah.
the house is there now, is that a basement also?
Yes.
The same depth,
The basement, the existing house is grade, I believe,
what's that,
I believe.
so you're gonna be down below that, 11 feet?
Only, we had talked about only the front part of the building.
Right, yeah,
Just,
there's limited need for a basement in this building ultimately.
So there may be some concern for groundwater.
That was gonna be my question, I don't know how much we know about, I've not been privy to that kind of information.
Right now, we don't know anything about the groundwater here.
Well, there's a number of springs that come off the hill that
Yeah.
you have to be aware of. That
Yeah.
could be problematic if you have a basement.
We're
So you have to
certainly,
have
yeah,
some
we're
pumps.
certainly.
We're gonna require borings anyways for the building
Yeah,
foundation.
so,
So
which, yeah.
what we'll do is we'll take a look at the boring logs when we come back, and I can send them to you, whatever we can. I would assume it's gonna be some type of an active drain system for the basement anyways.
It really depends on what the conditions are,
We'll
right?
see, we'll see what the groundwater looks like, and we obviously don't want a basement anyway, so.
Yeah, you don't want to basement, we want, if you can, avoid it, having some pump or anything like that, just.
Yeah, that's what.
Better for everybody.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Sometimes you have to do it.
A couple other questions, just to, trash pickup, is it gonna be,
Trash is internal, we have an internal trash room, but we also have, because we own the building next door, we have a trash, area that may service both buildings, but part of the, settlement query was the trash was not to be in that alley. Okay. So,
yeah.
it'll either be
Interior trash
internal,
will keep- yeah.
Building, the one that had Broadway?
yeah.
But they have trash, behind, it's like a
Yeah,
gate.
yeah.
We'll have to prove it.
Board of Health, they'll be able to approve whatever.
Fire requires sprinkler system in that trash room.
Is there a breakdown on here of, the lots, units?
Not on the site plans.
In here.
Right,
Oh, yeah.
They're all one-bedroom units.
yeah, well,
The studios.
there are
Those-
21, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
21
21 units. They're all, you know,
22 studios.
well, we have 10
And
and 10 and one on the ground level,
Yeah.
and then three or four retail, depending on how they do it. We put a lot of attention into trying to also create, a streetscape with the retail that adds to,
Yeah.
Can you, email me just a breakdown of the units? We need to take a look at the sewer use, the proposed sewer use and the water demand.
absolutely.
Yeah, and that'll be tied into our II fee
Yeah.
for that. And this project is also subject to a community improvement trust fund fee because special permit and variances were obtained. So 3% of construction costs, of everything above and beyond what's allowed as a right, go into a community improvement trust fund. You will have to calculate that square foot cost with the building inspector. That fee is paid 50% prior to building permit, 50% prior occupancy.
We need to calculate the cost of construction of what's allowed by right. It's essential to the business
Well,
district.
basically, since you
70%
have no
story.
parking, I think it would end up being, the whole building would be in non-compliance, so 3% of the construction costs of the entire building, except for the retail area, which is allowed as of right.
But it's a percentage above and beyond what's allowed by right.
Right, so you would take the retail area out, so the construction cost of that retail area would be pulled out of the formula, and so it's
That's RB though, right?
CB.
CB. You need a special permit for residential, it's not allowed in the CB district, so that triggers the Community Improvement Trust Fund. So 3% of the construction cost of the residential units, that's how it is.
Does that include things like common areas and accessory spaces and stuff like that, or is it strictly the
Units.
the units themselves? Okay, good.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Are there, as far as laundry facilities, it would be in unit,
No, there's a laundry room.
there's a laundry room.
So David, if you could just give us a breakdown of square footage of units.
Absolutely, yeah. It's on the plan, but I'll give you an actual
Yeah,
separate sheet.
yeah,
It's best if we determine that cost up front.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Absolutely.
Do you expect, any of the commercial units, retail to be, food related, restaurant, or that?
My personal preference is to not have food where applicable, but I don't, we those will be vanilla boxes unless somebody comes in while we're in the middle of construction and wants to sign an LOI or something, and then we can sort of build the suit, but
I'm just thinking in terms of,
grease trap,
Yeah.
yeah. Not a bad idea.
do we have four retail spaces?
It's
up to
4
4.
spaces, but it
Here,
could
I'll
be
show you.
1, could
Yeah,
be
here,
2,
yeah.
yeah.
Let me just give you a quick, it's always hard to,
Okay, so it's in the middle of the kind of wall.
yeah, exactly, so,
That could be-
it's a good spot, though. That's why we really wanted to try to raise the bar in terms of, nice high storefronts and, a kind of
it appears predominantly as a commercial retail building, with just residential above, so
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
rather
yeah.
than
I mean,
residential being the predominant use.
the demands of the retail tenant now have, the bar's been raised considerably, so it's good for us as the architects, we get to design something a little more elegant with higher, more glass and nicer storefronts, so hopefully that's reflected here.
Are there any other questions, concerns, issues? None? So, as soon as this gets uploaded, e-permitting, if it's already there, I will get a site plan review letter out as soon as possible, email to whoever the applicant on the,
Yeah.
okay? And I will take a copy of,
I've got several, I've got,
floor plan, and I have a site plan.
You forgot this important question. 3 trees.
I saw that.
I made them grab the pears.
First thing I noticed.
Oh, I really,
Well, I didn't ask you.
acknowledge that. I guess it's fishing for a compliment, is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Change the requirement.
they were going to Chanticleer.
All right.
That'll be in the site plan review
You
letter.
didn't say anything. There's a couple of hurdles. Okay, that's all I have.
these floor plans have one more draft to bring them to a final construction set. There are some, just to let you know that this is sub-final, not completely final. There's a lot more detailing.
Yeah. I just like to keep an ongoing file.
Absolutely.
Copies of everything.
You can keep these if you want
Yeah.
to sketch on them.
Keep those
I guess,
and-
or add them away, whatever you want. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you, everybody.
See you all again.
You got one of each there? Next site plan is for 63 Festa Road. Festa Road. Site plan for 281 Lee Burbank Highway.
Basically just replacing some signage that's already there with one of the digital reader boards. It's just gonna be the same size as what's there already, and he's just trying to spruce it up a bit. It's been there forever and wants something a little bit nicer.
The guy came a couple weeks ago to talk about it.
All right, there it is. So that's a special permit.
And I know when I did Rick's Auto Collision, I had to come into this board, and just figured, you let me know what needs to be done.
Do you have is this the existing sign that's there now?
That's the same exact size.
So
It
if you
just-
decide that
It's
just.
actually a little bit smaller.
Yeah, now digital in that district is by
Right.
special permit only, so go to the city council.
Yeah, I think he doesn't want to spend he's been there forever, so I think this is also gonna help him be able to lease it out in the future.
Same size sign, you're not increasing the area?
Nope.
Same exact triangular sign, right?
Yeah, it comes out like that,
The sign can only be for the business, you know that, right?
correct,
No matter that.
yes. Is there a certain amount of times it's allowed to change during the day? Or they told me that when I do
No, I think that would all be a condition of special permit.
that? Yeah.
Okay, if this is on citizen serve, need permitting, you'll receive a denial letter this week.
All right, so I already put in the building permit thing. I already filed for one. So then I'll get a denial letter.
Yeah, so did you apply for site plan review?
Yeah, but before I did that, I wasn't used to the program.
Yeah, it's okay.
So I did
Yeah,
the building permit.
on the building end, we'll just leave it out there. We cannot issue or activate the permit until the special permit is granted.
Okay,
And the appeal process is over.
all right.
But I have to issue a letter to you, reasons of denial.
He's got a site plan, I think he applied as well. for site plan.
All right.
Okay?
Will that come over email or mail or?
Email.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Site plan for 261 Bellingham Ave.
Gentlemen, ladies.
Once again.
So that's smaller stuff.
This is now a two-family rather than.
That's correct. Throw these at you, but they're big, they flop around. And that's the last one beside the one we had.
So this. Oh, site plan.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, we've gone copies.
that's the only one I forgot that left it.
Let me just take a look.
Yeah, so that's the one that, was approved by the zoning.
Oh, this was, so you went to the ZBA for a week? Okay.
Right, so the actual appeal process ends the 20th.
Okay.
So I don't know what y'all keep in your files or not, but here's
So when was the decision?
that's the decision.
That was for two-family thing?
Yeah. And it's based on what you're looking at in the site here that's what was done. Yeah, we went back and forth. I'm sorry, this is John Tucci, the builder. Back and forth, one of the issues was the tandem parking is how to make it work. So that's where it was settled. We tried to do it this way, but we had going straight, but the problem there, too close to the curve, so, so that's where we're at. So this is what has been approved. So what we're trying to do is, after we've been doing this now for 2 years, a lot of steps is now we have the gas all done, we have the electric all turned off, we've got the ZBA done, the zoning board stuff,
So is this what you proposed as far as
Yes.
the ZBA? Okay.
yes. So
Number of stories, is that?
it's
that's
in
fine,
there,
okay.
3 stories, 35, all the setbacks.
Okay.
So I think, we've got all that done. So we still need to get the old house out, and John has put I think a permit, you said, for that.
Well, I submitted the permit, the building permit altogether as one, so I didn't know.
So my suggestion is, because plan review may hold you up, I suggest you break it out. The demo should be broken out, do that
Okay,
as
so we
separate
can do
permit.
that, okay.
You can do that, yep.
Okay.
You can absolutely do
Yeah,
that.
because that's some of,
Yeah,
Yeah.
so the requirements are, they might be spelled out there, but, I would move forward on the demo
The
end.
demo.
perfect, that's what we want to hear.
Correct.
Okay.
Yep.
Because that's been some of the issues even with, the surveyor, David Dwyer, is there's so much stuff on that building.
Yep.
And that lot is trying to
Yep.
figure out, what are
Yep.
the land and where is it, and trying to determine what we've got.
So when we can do it concurrently, so demo permit issue, apply for a demo permit, we'll pull out the demo out of the original building permit,
Okay,
and we can start with the review of all those drawings.
okay.
Have you addressed the utilities already?
So the
The old
answer,
utilities?
I'm waiting for David to get that
Okay.
done. That's on his list.
So that's gonna
So
hold
the
up
old
the original,
utility,
that's
exactly,
why we
yes.
move on, yeah.
Right,
The
so,
utilities have to be addressed before you can demo the building.
And I
Well,
gotta
we'll
cut and
get
cap.
cut
it,
and caps.
Yeah,
Right, I'm saying that you have to.
yeah, I haven't done that yet
You have to
until,
deal with
I want
utilities
to
first.
talk to you guys first,
That's right, you have to bring it back to the main.
from the main, both.
So how many bedrooms per unit? Is there 2 bedrooms in each?
so it's two, it's really in essence three, is the lower level. If you go to page, 2, where it says the bonus room, that's just how this was designed out. And this will be a bedroom that,
Bedroom for the upstairs unit?
so this is the lower level. So these are 2 families, so this is 1 unit. They just don't, so that's your, what do they call it, the party wall, the common wall, or whatever. So this is the mirror of it. So this is bonus bedroom, and then this is the other one. So we don't, obviously you probably want the full size of $2 a page. I didn't want to do that many.
No, just electronic
Yes.
files,
Okay.
just electronic stuff,
Do you want a PDF or a CAD?
PDF.
Okay,
Unless-
You'll have to upload the PDF.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, I did this, I submitted when I
all
submitted.
right, yeah, I have not.
No, no.
So, yeah.
Okay.
Did we deny this also for coming in for a duplex? And you have 2 principal entrances. Now, we allow duplexes now in the RB district, but each side has to be offset at least 5 feet. Bill, I wonder if that was part of the,
It was, they addressed everything that you put in
The
the,
drawings were submitted,
yeah.
as record.
Right.
We can consider that part of the record. And
Because it came in as a 2-family, not a duplex.
yeah, who's got the letter? I don't want, you've got the letter.
Yeah.
That's my copy. I don't want to lose
So
it.
he's got 3, Frank, he's got 3, I mean, he can set this back technically.
Yeah, I just didn't see, I don't think architectural plans were issued when the letter, the denial letter was issued based on the site plan.
Right, I think, what's it right in here? Or maybe it's this one right here. This is it.
Alderman Ruby, unspecified site as may be necessary to construct the application in accordance with the file plans, so that covers it.
Yeah, I thought it did. I thought, I'm trying to make sure we're
Yeah,
crossing our Ts and dotting our Is on this.
okay.
All right.
All right, so demo,
Break it out, demo, and we can pay attention to that, and we'll move forward with that. We'll give you the requirements and what's required.
Okay.
Demo permit, we'll comment on.
okay, for the demo, and
For
then,
demo.
so then back for the building, the next step I know you need, so we can be all efficient here, your time is important, is we need the final utility drawing from Dave that shows all that,
That's correct.
okay, which I know that's on the list.
We're
What
also gonna need a recorded copy uploaded for the variance.
Okay,
For the
so,
file, for the electronic file.
so I don't, so is it a PDF of that? I don't know if they,
Yeah, PDF.
so we'll just make a copy of that?
Yeah.
Okay,
scan it.
Anytime you're uploading to the Citizen Center, PDF,
it's fine, okay,
You should scan it, yeah.
okay,
just make sure it's a good quality PDF, not uploaded.
okay,
Do you plan on having, a water service,
yes. Yes,
We're gonna need a letter from National Grid saying that there's no gas
Yeah,
Got it.
that
It's on.
was a nightmare.
You're gonna need a plumbing permit to move all the plumbing fixtures.
For the demo.
for the
So,
demo.
so we'll comment on that when we issue the demo permit.
Okay.
And we'll send all the required response.
Okay. And that's pretty quick.
Well, depending on if you have the documentation in place, it's gotta be dated 1 week prior. So basically, you're gonna have to analyze what type of material in it. If there's any hazardous material.
Yeah, I have someone going there already.
That's fine.
Okay.
Submit that documentation, Board of Health will approve it, and then we can move
Okay.
everything forward.
All right, we're just
Or we'll
trying-
communicate through the permitting process.
Okay,
Emails will go back and forth,
that's good.
okay?
So your contractor should know other conditions that include site plan review that are standard conditions for new construction, include new concrete sidewalk along the full frontage of the property. You have to put 2 new driveways in anyway, so that's all
Three.
granite curbing.
It'd be 3,
Well,
because there are two cuts.
Two
Well,
cuts.
2 cuts here, 1 cut there, so it's
Yeah.
3 cuts.
and,
Yeah, one big cut,
yeah, it's 1 cut,
So
so.
the
driveway
final
permits.
version, this is not the final one, I guess, is what I have is, it's a cut here, a cut there, and then a cut there.
walls in the middle.
Yes,
Oh, okay. All right.
I guess, I mean, we'll figure it out.
Yeah, you'll need to pull a driveway opening permit from the DPW for that work. That'll include new construction of sidewalk, concrete sidewalks along the frontage of the property. And we require planting of 2 trees in the front yard, which would probably be on this side.
Right, that's all there is.
Yeah, that's all you have.
Yeah,
So I didn't want to be surprised. Those are some of the
Okay.
conditions you'll see in the
So
letter.
is there some sort of, to help me or us, is there a checklist out there somewhere that,
There's not, but we communicate through email.
okay,
Yeah, that
We'll-
site plan
we'll
review
give you
letter will
comments.
issue all those
Okay.
conditions.
Yeah, site plan review letter, I'll give you
Yeah.
kind of a game plan, and through e-permitting, we'll communicate.
okay. So
Okay.
again, I'm just trying to be efficient here
Yep.
with what we're doing.
Just, so you know, the removal of the existing, utilities, that's done, through the e-permitting also.
Yeah, but this is for
Okay.
It's a street open permit in the e-permitting form.
So, John, I'm sorry.
So the utilities, the removal of utilities, the existing utilities, done through the e-permitting, portal, just like everything else, but it's under a separate, permit, it's called a street opening permit. So we do that, but it's the same, it's a similar process.
It's gonna be a beautiful place.
Different reading.
All right.
What materials you just, is it hardy board, exterior?
So what we're looking at a little bit different, this is gonna be, vertical vinyl on this floor and this floor. And instead of going that, it's gonna be, I think, the vinyl, cedar shake look.
Be vertical, shingles, and vertical.
Vertical, and then your cedar shake vinyl there.
You picked out any colors yet?
No, we go back and forth, probably in the grays, but, if y'all have preference or you don't want,
No,
it's not gonna be,
that's totally
it's
up
not
to
gonna
you.
be,
We'll just,
neon green or anything crazy, one never knows. Huh? Yeah, if I was down south, which I'm not
Okay.
right now for colors, football colors, or maybe Bruins colors, but that'd be okay. Good luck. Okay, all right, thank you, guys.
You'll receive a site plan review letter and email.
Okay, so do you
You can take them all.
take them all, okay?
No, I need one.
All right, y'all can keep whatever, okay, anybody else want one?
I need the site plan review. Where is that?
I'll,
Take that back.
it's not the,
It's important. I need that.
okay, we'll give you that one. Everybody got one that they want? Okay.
I did, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
all right, good.
Okay, site plan review for 25 Vane Street. 25 Vane. Never heard of it.
Yeah.
Hi, good morning.
Hi.
Carlos, I'm gonna be talking maybe my mom,
Hi,
whatever.
what's the address?
Asking 25.
25.
Bain Street.
How can we help you?
So, we have been thinking of making a daycare for quite a while. We already have the regular license for the Commonwealth of Massachusetts Department of Early Education Care.
Okay, that's all very well, but you need now to comply with zoning for daycare.
Okay.
And that's why you're here.
It's pretty much 1,010 square feet. It's the part that it's okay in a two-family house, but it's the part that's below, and it has two rooms, 2 bedrooms, 1 kitchen, and 1 bathroom.
So what do you have for parking? Because you need parking for the two-family, which is 4 spaces
Okay.
on the site, plus parking for the daycare, which is 1 space for every 200 square feet.
200 gross square feet, correct.
So if you don't have that, then you have to be denied
Oh,
at this
okay.
level, because you don't meet zoning compliance.
So-
What are the other conditions in there?
You cannot have a swimming pool.
No
so
swimming
it
pool?
says that
Yeah, it has to be fenced in.
it says over here it only has to be 6 allowed 6 kids. So even after that, we have to provide parking. Does it have to be
Correct.
really close to the place, or can it be like
Be on the property.
Be on the property.
on the property?
Yeah.
And do you know how can we accomplish that, the parking, like to provide a parking over there?
You have to provide a plot plan to us showing where you have the parking spaces.
Okay.
If you can't
We think
meet the parking requirement, then
within
your
which
application
distance?
won't be accepted.
It has to be right next to the place, or can it be like
On the property.
on the property?
Yeah.
Okay. I think, yeah, there are sidewalk, like, in the sidewalk, it won't be.
No,
Yeah,
it's not allowed.
I see. All right.
That's
yeah,
why it's very difficult to get a daycare
I see,
approval through the city.
I see.
You have to
I
have the
understand.
parking.
Unfortunately, the state goes ahead and just issues their license, but they don't request that the city gets involved, but you are required to get involved in the zoning aspect of it. It's your
Okay.
responsibility.
So to make it clear, it's 2 parking, has to be.
So you need 4 off-street parking spots. My suggestion is get a survey of what you have for established parking, and then come back here, and we'll tell you how you're deficient.
Okay, so pretty much tell you what's the space that we got for
Yep.
the parking.
Yep.
All right, and.
Do you have any parking for the house now on the property? Any driveways?
Yeah, we do. We have to.
Yeah. I don't even think they meet the requirements for 2 family.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
To the right side, you think?
Yeah, to the
To
right.
the right, they might have 1 space.
I don't know.
It is.
I don't know that it looks like it.
So most likely, you're gonna have to seek relief for the parking requirement.
Okay. Okay, and when's the next, we'll look.
Every Tuesday, we meet here.
Yeah, you need to file a parking plan with us before we
Okay.
can review this any further.
Okay,
Okay?
well, I'll see you guys
Good,
again.
good luck.
Okay,
Good luck.
thanks.
Okay?
Okay, thank you. Thank you for your time.
Okay.
Bye.
Hi, sir, what are you here for?
You here for,
Come on. What's the address, sir?
84 Johnson.
Oh, Jones Road, okay. Is this a shed?
For shed.
Yeah, do you have a parking plan? They're gonna need for a shed. Yep. They don't show the setback here, but I could tell you it's probably, may not meet the 10% of the rear yard. So all 3 front.
Already there?
No, yeah. This is a garage, sir? Car,
No, just 10 by 10.
just 10 by 10, okay. So side yard, rear yard, they may have rear yard, I don't know what the dimensions.
10%.
I would put,
What's the
yeah,
height of this proposed?
9.
9 feet.
Yeah.
So
On the top?
So Frank, I would go
Yeah.
rear yard, side yard.
Yeah, I know.
I would go all 3.
Now, this has to be uploaded to e-permitting, or else we can't issue a denial letter, so.
Have you done that? Have you uploaded the e-permitting?
you probably
Okay.
understand.
needs, you send them for a special
Yeah. A
Is
variance.
8 by 10 need a special
Variance.
permit?
It doesn't need a building permit, but you still have to meet the metro
It's
laws.
10 by 10.
Yeah,
This is proposed.
yeah.
There's no,
Yeah, I think he altered it. He altered it.
Just say,
Yeah, he expanded it, yeah. On the permit.
it was 8 by 8 and they put 10.
Yeah.
yeah.
All right, so just take it back, upload it, and then we'll give you a rejection letter, okay?
Is this the only copy you have?
No, I have them.
Okay,
Good luck.
all right, thank you.
Next, this is the, sign.
230 Squire Road, Revere.
Yep,
I have a couple different.
Why don't you come here and have a seat, please, so we can hear you?
I'm sorry. Hi, I'm 230 Squire Road, Revere. What I done is I replaced my sign outside. There was a sign already there and I didn't know I needed a permit.
yeah,
And I have the guys that's been trying to call you, the electric guy and the
Yep.
sign guy,
yep.
to see what exactly you need.
Yeah, so the first step, ma'am, is to come here. That sign does not meet our sign requirements. You're gonna have to seek relief for the sign.
What does that mean?
You need a variance, like I discussed at the counter.
I still don't know what that
Yeah, so you need relief, basically. You do not meet the requirements. You do not meet the laws that dictate what a sign can be and where it can be.
Okay,
So you need a plot plan, like I said, showing the location of that sign. And we have to reject you, then you have to go to the ZBA,
what's the ZBA?
Zoning Board of Appeals.
Okay, and how do I do that?
First step is you need a plot plan from a registered land surveyor that shows us the location of that sign. And your sign company has to give us an illustration of what that sign's going to be and how big it's going to be.
Okay, that's why they're calling you, because I have no clue what
Okay.
this is.
Well, okay, the electrician is kind of saying he wants to do electrical work.
Yes.
Which we're not allowing until you come back before us with what you're doing. I did not speak to anyone, so,
Oh,
again, I can talk to you about what your requirements are.
I
Again,
have his name, the guy, the sign guy, not the
the
electric
sign guy?
Yeah, I
Okay,
have a sign guy.
he can,
He's from this sign company right here, and his name is Freddie. And he says he deals with a lot of signs like this,
oh, that's good, so you know what
that
he's doing.
needs measurements and
Okay,
pictures
that's
and
great.
all that.
Yep,
That-
so
that
he
what
can
you
call me at the office, or he can email me.
need? Yeah, he called you several times.
I never got anything from him. I got something from an electrician today.
He spoke even to the lady today on the phone.
Oh, he might have called today while I was at the meeting, yeah.
Okay, you have an email that I could give him?
I do.
And then maybe he could just email you everything?
Yep, you sure can, chief. Can I have I don't have
So,
a card.
no electricity till he's doing what he's doing?
Correct, you cannot do any electrical until it's,
Okay, I didn't know that, I'm sorry,
That's
I
okay.
had him there yesterday to do the electricity. Yeah, it used to be the insurance company. No, it's a psychic place now.
So it's the same size sign you're putting up?
Same size,
That
it's
was it
just
for-
the box sign that lights up.
This
But same size as the other sign.
Was this
I
red
didn't know it was
sign there?
existing.
No, it was another sign that was there, just, it wasn't metal, it was like
What's
cardboard.
this sign right here?
That's the one that was.
That was the one that was there, but I
Changed
refaced,
it.
I refaced it to purple and gold, and you say psychic.
The
I
sign was
don't,
already
we
there.
don't have a sign permit.
Yeah.
No, she wants to put a light out.
Well,
No,
it's
no,
a
no,
sign.
the other, that's the sign that was there previously.
Right.
What I done is I took that one down, and you see these two poles that's holding it?
Yeah,
It's right in the middle of my new box sign, so I didn't make it
that's
bigger or
what I'm trying
anything.
to determine.
We need to see it.
Yeah.
Oh, I have a
Got
picture
that,
of it.
Frank.
You just wanna see the
If the sign
picture?
was existing, does she still need a special
Oh,
permit?
yes, it's a different sign.
Yeah.
It's the same size.
This is gonna be a lit sign.
Yeah, it's,
It's not a digital sign, correct?
no.
Here it is, right here. This is the sign that I put up. I have pictures of it. See, it's in between the same two posts.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's just a box sign that lights up.
yeah.
It's not neon, it's just a box
Yeah,
sign.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
And we
Can't
never,
be lit
I,
Beyond
yeah.
11 o'clock, this,
No, it's not lit
Restrictions.
beyond 11 o'clock. No, sometimes I even kill it at 10:30.
yeah.
But it's in between the same two posts, so it's just as big as the other sign.
Okay, you can have.
But I did not know that I needed a permit, and I apologize.
That's okay.
Because-
Like I said, just have him email me, that my email address is there,
Oh,
and I'll
perfect.
communicate through email.
Perfect,
Okay?
thank you so
All right,
much.
Good luck.
What else do I need?
We'll communicate through there.
Okay, so you'll
Okay.
communicate with him through
Yep,
there?
yep.
Perfect,
All
and
right.
then I gotta go to another place, not you guys.
We can communicate through the sign guy, and then he'll communicate with you.
This is your, I'm gonna send him a
my email.
picture of your email right now.
Okay?
Thank you so much,
Good luck.
guys.
All right, bye-bye.
Okay.
God bless you.
Good luck.
Thank you, guys. God bless all of you. Thank you.
Bless you.
There's so many hands.
It was nice of that.
God bless all of you guys. All right, so I'm gonna do
Thank
this
you.
today. I'm gonna have him email
Yeah,
me.
yeah,
So I
please.
can get started on it right
Okay.
away because I don't
Yeah.
want my sign off anymore and I don't wanna get fined or anything.
Okay.
Thank you, guys.
Good luck.
Okay, that concludes the Site Plan Review Committee meeting for May 14th, 2019.